Hello and welcome. My name is John Valentine and welcome to this class where I'll be talking about organizing a business blog. So first of all, let's look at the topics that I will be talking about in this class. I'm going to be talking about linking your blog, using tags the right way, creating good titles, reading time and content type, and at the end, of course, as always, I'm going to be giving a summary and a final tips and tricks for this class. So thank you so much for joining me, and if you are excited to organize your business blog, create a blog for your business or your personal brand or just a blog in general, well, then this is the right class. So let's sit back and make sure to take in all this information, and let's get right into the first topic here. So when you want to create a successful blog and an important blog, make sure to link your blog the right way. Show it off. Show off your blog prominently on your websites, on your social media, everything. Make the URL intuitive as well. You want to make it look nice. If you have a blog that goes with tech, you can use your sites, blah blah blah, tech.com/blog, or the name of your blog. If you have a tech, you can make, and the name of your blog is Daily News Tech or Daily Tech, well, make it, yourwebsite.com/dailytech, and you can use that with specific SEO tactics and so on. I'm sure if you're, paying someone to run your website, you can tell them and they will be able to do it. If you know how to do it yourself, even better, but make it very easy and intuitive for the looks of your URL and just the look of your site. Make sure to link it easily and have some clean SEO links. You don't want, yoursite.com/ and then you have 30 letters and everything. You want people to easily get to your blog, or even if it's just a specific website, even better. Make sure that your SEO is clean, intuitive, and easy to navigate. And of course, have your topics for navigational purposes. So have genres, categories, tips, whatever it is that you're doing, split it up into whatever content you're creating. Have a menu button. If people want to go to specific topics, then of course have your topics listed and everything that you're creating, the kind of content that you're creating for navigational purposes, and it will run traffic to people that want to, maybe if they subscribe to your tech newsletter only for Instagram marketing news, well, make sure to have a marketing tag, make sure to have a marketing category and topic listed in your things. So you can also, look at some of the articles that have you created and that have done well, the best articles that you created, and then create topics in that, with those kind of articles. Again, if you're writing on Instagram, make sure to make an Instagram topic, because 90% of people that subscribe for your tech blog only want to hear about Instagram. Well, you should probably have an Instagram topic. So work backwards, see what works, and create appropriate topics for navigational purposes and for your consumers. So using tags and topics, I just touched on it last class, but using tags and topics the right way is very important. You need to organize your blog into topics, as I just talked about. Make it easy to comprehend what people are looking at and what they can expect from your blog. If they look down, as a lot of the times they don't read through that many articles, people just go on and look at the topics that you're offering, be like, oh, okay, he's talking about cryptocurrency, he's talking about marketing, he's talking about Instagram. Oh, I'm interested in cryptocurrency. Let's just look at that. So make it easy for people to find your stuff. And if you just need some definitions, by the way, topics are the overall theme, such as marketing, sales, etc. And then tags are smaller and more detailed within those topics. For example, SEO, digital marketing, etc. So you can have the topic of marketing, and then you can have Instagram influencer marketing would be a specific tag, or sales, and then you can have networking and whatever topic that you have, and then more specific tags within those topics. So you need to use both accordingly. Have big topics to cover the big stuff, and then have more specific tags that people can also click on if you have similar. For example, if you have multiple articles on Instagram influencer marketing, well, put them all in the marketing topic, but then give them a tag of Instagram influencer marketing, because if they like that article, they can click on that tag or use that tag to find similar articles. So definitely something to keep in mind, and organizing your tags and topics the right way is a huge part on creating content that will get continuous traffic from people who are interested in those topics and, of course, those things. So let's talk about using titles efficiently. Well, having efficient titles and the right titles is a huge part of gaining traffic and drawing viewers and people and readers to your blog posts. Because let's face it, it's social media and it is online. You know, people judge a book by its cover, and in this case, people judge a book by its title and, of course, also the pictures. And having efficient titles increases the likelihood of a higher click-through rate. So click-through rate is important for your metadata, for everything, for your traffic, and essentially for whatever it is that you want to promote. So it helps with the performance of your blog and your site, and make sure that your titles are very attractive for people to want to click on it, make them want to click on it. And one way you can do that is you can include types of emotions, how people feel. You can use uncommon and power words, and use clickbait appropriately, of course. Clickbait, if done correctly, is good, and of course also welcome. You want people to click on it. I mean, the typical BuzzFeed articles, 10 stars that have aged horrible, find out how, stuff like that. It may not be an interesting topic, but you just need to click on it, and so there's things that you want to click on, and people can use them efficiently. You can, if you don't know where to start, a great way to do that would be to go in the niche that you're working in. If you're working in tech, if you're working in entertainment, whatever it is, and go on popular blogs and see what kind of titles they use and how they use it. Do your research and see what kind of emotions and power words they use in those titles in order to attract viewers and readers. So definitely something to keep in mind when creating your titles. So let's talk about reading time and the content type, also very important when it comes to creating your business blog, your blog, whatever it is. Give an indicator of reading time. Giving people an idea of how long an article takes to read is a great idea for people to immediately know if they want to read it or not. And you may think that may not sound like a good idea if it's too long, but most of the time, especially if you're creating articles like that, people are like, oh, it's only a 3-minute read. Great. So you definitely want to use that. If you have your own website completely from scratch, of course that is a feature that you would have to add for your web developer, but most platforms that provide blogs often already have that built in. So of course utilize that and make sure that the reading time is displayed. It's a great little feature that is very appreciated by a lot of people. I read a lot of blogs, and whenever I see the reading time, I'm always happy because it gives me an idea of how long this blog is and how long it's going to take me to read this. If something is like a 12-minute read and it doesn't look that interesting, I'm not going to read it. But if it's a 4-minute read and I kind of want to listen, read it and know what it's about, I'll be like, okay, it's only 4 minutes, I'll read it really quickly. So it's definitely a great indicator. And you can also have a content difficulty and a content type. Type, of course, is also very similar to the topics and tags, but if you have content difficulty, if it's maybe it's a technical article, talking about the inlays of a computer or whatever it is, or the steps to creating a server, maybe you can write and add some content difficulty, beginner level, intermediate, advanced, all levels, whatever it is, similar to like the Skillshare levels. And so that can really help people put them into perspective, because they see like, okay, it's Instagram marketing guide. Okay, content type, content difficulty, complete beginners. Great, I'm just starting out. I want to see what it's like. Then it says advanced, because you already know you're kind of good at it, but it says, master level or advanced. You'll be like, okay, I already know a lot about it, but maybe this article can teach me something new. So content difficulty is a great way to add. And, it's just really easy to help, and it can be very useful along with the reading time. So for example, also what you can add is content type. What is it? Is it entertainment? Is it a press release? Is it a guide? Is it educational? Is it studies? Is it news? Is it a product release? Is it a product teaser? I think the content type is also something that you can add. I mean, often it's mostly self-explanatory in the title, or mostly within the first few sentences, but it is something that you can add if it's something that you want to, because it is also a great indicator for people. Be like, if it's a guide, if it's a press release, if it's a product release, well, people are more interested in certain things. So it's definitely something to consider adding as well. So now let's summarize some of these things and give you some final tips and tricks. Again, make sure to link your blog prominently, show it off, make sure make it easy to find, make the URL clean, add specific SEO and so on. Use specific tags and topics to categorize everything and order it. People know exactly what they're reading and how they can find more of that stuff. Use efficient titles, power words, emotions, adjectives, and so on. Do your research to make sure how they're used, and you can really study. And once you get a hang of it, you almost know exactly what to write for specific titles. Once you get the hang of it, it's kind of like riding a bike. And last but not least, of course, you can add reading time, level of content, type, etc. So, reading time, make it 2 minutes long read, make it a beginner level class, and make it a educational guide or something like that. So adding these can be very beneficial to your reader and can just show respect that you respecting all their time, you're respecting their wishes, and so on. So it can really give the reader some benefits and make them want to read more of your stuff because they know exactly what they're getting. So yeah, this is basically some great tips on how to run a blog, for your business, for yourself, whatever it is that you're using it for. So thank you so much for joining me today. Before you go, I do have some great news. I now am publishing a weekly newsletter called Weekly Valentine, where I publish digital marketing, social media news every week, and you can read it in under 5 minutes. So make sure to sign up for that. The link will be in my profile, and you can also just go to tinyurl.com/weeklyval, will be on screen, and you can go to that and simply sign up. So thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to follow the channel and check out my other videos all related to digital marketing. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye.